So thank you so much, James, for coming in.
No problem.
It's fabulous to have you here on our next episode of Be The Drop. Now, I'm very excited, James, because you've got your item of significance here, which is making my mouth water. So I'd like you to explain what it's all about, what you've brought in, this gorgeous looking treat.
What we have here is, I'm pretty renowned for my muffins that I do, and this one here is raspberry, coconut, macadamia and dark chocolate, and then topped with some toasted meringue, and then this is like a bounty injection, so it's like coconut, dark chocolate ganache.
Can you give us a little bit of a demo? Just show us that, because I know that there's more than meets the eye at first glance.
Yeah, so
and explain, as you're doing that, can you just explain like how you've developed them to have this sort of multi-layered?
Well, I'm all about, it all started like I was all about having muffins that are jam-packed with goodness and everything. So, I mean, it's up to you how you do it, but I basically just put it all around and it's like a sauce, or you can inject it in.
And how do you find your community unites, and what is it that really brings them together in sharing this passion for baked goods?
I think it might be the appeal that maybe I'm a younger, like, male who's just decided to go out and be creative and do it himself. I'm only 23, and people get surprised when they see it's me behind all these baked goods that I'm making. And when I deliver them, sometimes it's pretty cool because people don't actually know. I'm not really a person who shows off my face on my social media, that kind of thing. So when I deliver them to these places, it's kind of cool that people get surprised at who's actually making it. I'm not like some big fat pastry chef or something like that.
So you've got a really passionate community who loves the unique things that you're doing with your baked goods, but how is it that you motivate them to go from seeing your pictures and being really excited about that to getting into the cafes and actually trying the products?
I think it's like a lot of things. I mean, it's all about seeing. A lot of people see the images. They're kind of like, they all tag their friends in it, that kind of stuff. They get around it. They get excited. But when they can come and actually make a date of it and kind of make it a trip and something that they plan ahead of time to come on a weekend to get one of my goods and get it before it sells out, it's the physical presence of it.
For communicating with your community, what have you found to be the most successful platform or platforms that you get your message out?
For me, it would be Instagram. I mean, the whole social side of it. That's where my biggest following is, and also Facebook. I think that's the majority of where things get, like, where I can get it done. It's also about other cafes, so I'll give it to their cafes if they can then promote it. Be like, we've got Nutorious goods in here today, the way that can spread. So it's just like it's a multiplier.
So have you had any experience with negativity within your community, and how have you handled that?
When I first started out with the whole using, like with some of the muffins that I do, using syringes, that kind of stuff, I got a few negative comments talking about like what I'm condoning, and then all other things like recycling, that kind of stuff. And I take into account what they're saying, but you just try and put it behind you, I guess. You don't really react to them, because for them to go out of their way and say something negative, they're just trying to spur you on, and if you react, it's just going to get them to keep going, and I just try and ignore it.
In conclusion, James, can you share with me your Be The Drop communication tip?
If you're going to communicate with people, be open, but also be positive. I mean, negativity doesn't help in any sort of way. I think it's all about encouraging people, trying to build people up.
Perfect. Thanks so much for your time,
No
James.
problem. Thank you for having me.
Great.